Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the TV room. We really don't need the TV on right now. We don't. So, yes, recently I introduced you to the 40th pet. And here's number 41. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just got a message from Rudy, from Rudy's Retro Intel. I have been suffering terribly from dental pain. There's a special place in hell for dental pain. Anyway, it's not great, but it's getting there. Anyway, this machine I have never turned on, never done anything to, never investigated at all. I am going to look in the back, as I rarely do, and see that this is indeed 4016-N CSA, 117 volts, 1 amp, 60 hertz, made in the USA. Currently serial number C3004041. And I have never had it plugged in, turned on, anything. Oh, and it came from House of Computers. 368 Eglinton Avenue West. For those who have been around a while and have watched House of Computers, actually, I went there a time or two. Didn't buy anything major there, usually it was discs, and that was when my brother and I both attended the same high school that was not far from there, but not close enough to go at lunch. So when it was time to make a trip, one of us would go, and the other would go to their class. Because, of course, the teachers really didn't know. Anyway, usually it was just for discs. These were the early days. So, warning. Now, the fun thing, I suppose, I should do is get a screwdriver here and just see if this will fit in here. This is the fuse holder. It does fit in, sort of. Oh, it's a multiple turning one. So I have a flatbed screwdriver. It may not be the perfect size, although it does seem to fit pretty well when I get it lined up. Oh yeah, here we go. Can I just screw this now? Yes, I can. And wouldn't it be something if it was just a blown fuse? And after all these years, who knows? But in looking up at the light, the fuse looks okay. So the nice fellow I got this from was the original owner. And he said, when you turn it on, nothing happens. So, but checking the fuse is not difficult, and sort of the first line of defense. Hello. Yeah, the screwdriver is not really the best for this. It sort of fits. Oh, what's going on here? Things are falling. I think I can do better. But maybe not in this container thing. It's funny, it fits. But now that we're getting close to being in, doesn't. And I don't want to turn it on and plug it in until I have it better secured. So let's just go for a little walk. We'll go to the box room where I'm pretty sure I have other screwdrivers handy. That should fit better. That one will not. That one will not. That one will not. It's funny how when you're looking for a certain kind of screwdriver, you can find every other kind. Okay, I think I found one. It's probably smaller than what is needed, but sometimes indeed size matters. All right, so when we get this turned on, as we will, we'll see what symptoms appear. So here's a little wee screwdriver. It should fit in here just fine. And get this nicely secured. Okay, we're in. So now, the shift lock doesn't want to stay down. Oh well, these things happen. All right, on the door, because I was testing lots of things, I've started a new door collection here. I have cables. This is when I was doing the VIC-SWITCH. I needed cables for the disk drives. So, all right, I will plug this in, and as I've heard, when you plug it in and turn it on, nothing comes up. Now, before I actually turn it on, I'm going to look inside, put up the little hold-up bar. And maybe I'll grab one of these lights and just look. Let's see. Now, one thing I see here. Okay. Interesting. This is a 4016. It's been upgraded to 32, but it indeed has had holes drilled in the board, and that was done by Commodore. And the reason they did that is people were buying 4016s and then just getting the RAM chips that were cheaper, putting them in. But it does seem by this that regular people were not the only people who were doing this. This machine was bought directly from House of Computers, a Commodore dealer, and it seems that they, indeed, were buying 4016s, which I'm sure they could get cheaper, and then going through all the wire wrap problems and processes to make the machine a 32K. So I'm going to just, while I'm here, because I can, I think I can, I'm going to pull off the power connector. Oh, it's kind of stiff there. And the monitor connector. And will I do the keyboard? It won't make any difference as to whether it's coming up okay or not. And as I look here, there are not many chips that are socketed, except, of course, the RAM chips at the front that were added by the people of House of Computers. So I'm just looking for anything obvious. One time, when I was doing one of these check-over things, it was involving a super pit. I noticed back on the cassette port at the back, there was a nickel sitting there. It wasn't glued there. It was just sitting there, but it had been sitting there a long time. And it would, like, it didn't just, because I'd moved the machine, it wouldn't fall off, but it didn't take a whole lot of anything to pull it off, because I was told the machine didn't work. I said, okay. So I got it, and I brought it home, and then I just did this first inspection. I saw this nickel, so I think I just gently kind of tugged at it. So it was stuck, but not terribly stuck. And it came off, and I turned on the machine, and it worked just fine. And then I switched over to the 6809 side till it worked just fine. So I did try and get in touch with the fellow who I got it from to say, seems to be quite fine, but he never got back to me, and so I said, oh, okay, that's fine. All right, well, I suppose for this moment of turning it on, I'll just turn it on, see what comes up, if anything. Indeed, there is nothing. I'm going to turn it around for a moment and just see, okay. The tube is lit up. Now, just for fun, I'm going to twist the thing here to see if it goes up any. Does not. Now, the other thing that would be interesting when I turn it off, do I see any flashing on there? And I see nothing. Interesting. So it's back on. There is nothing happening. Nothing. Well, interesting. While I'm here, now that it's freshly on, it's not been on in who knows how long, I am going to check and just see if quickly any chips seem to be getting overly warm. And no, I don't feel any that are overly warm. A chip that gets really hot really fast is often ruined inside. And what I'm really hoping for, if I find something like that, is that I touch something and then I say, ow. But nothing is immediately doing much of anything. Now, I'm just glancing, making sure that everything is where it should be. And it is plugged in. I did, I pulled it off and on. Anyway, now that it's been on for a little longer, let's see if there's any action on the monitor. And there is not. That is suspicious, because usually even a dead machine there'll be some sort of screen flash. Something. Pull this off again. That's really stiff. Yeah, it's on the right way. But see, the monitor heating, like doing its little flash thing when you turn it on, is not like it's nothing to do with the main board. It's just that, oh yeah, I'm here. Well, interesting. A very clean machine. But so far, it's dead. Anyway, we'll see about this. So thank you very much for coming to the TV room. We will investigate this further. Let's see. I will come up with a plan. I shall. And is it off? It's off. Funny, when I turn it on... Sorry, is it on now? I lose track. Okay, it's on now. I do hear a little noise from the power supply. A little buzz. Who knows? I mean, it's always possible there's power supply trouble. This power supply was made in Singapore. All right, I shall ponder. So thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon as I continue to explore pet number 41. Bye for now.